Alright, here we go, man. Back on Radical Red. We have a new Pokemon on our team being Eevee, level 5. Alright, current team is low-key coming along kind of nicely. Hold up. Careful Nature. Helping Hand, Growl, Headbutt, Tail Whip. And then I think, right, looking at the stones that I have, let me pull up the Radical Red Pokedex here. Just to make sure that all the evolutions are the same. I know typically they like to standardize these, just because there's some aspects of the game, such as like the clock and stuff, or weather that's not quite present. Anything that might be like time-based. So let me see. I'm leaning towards Jolteon, fast special attacker. But Espeon would... Alright, level up with Friendship during the day to get Espeon. Yeah, Espeon would be a really good counter for both Clodsire and Toxicroak. And since we can go all the way to level 28 with it, let me see. Ooh, or alternative. Hold up. Let me cook here, Shoot, alright, I was gonna go Glaceon, but it doesn't learn Freeze Dry until level 41. I was gonna say Freeze Dry sweeps literally the entire team, minus Toxicroak. I'm still leaning more towards Espeon. Espeon can take out 2. Leafeon, let me pull up Misty's team here. List. Alright. Looking at Misty's team. So yeah, she'll open it with Politoed to set Rain. Keep it in unless we immediately threaten it. What's going on, Seth, right? How we doing? Yeah, she'll keep in Politoed unless we immediately threaten it. She has Ludicolo, Mantine, Clodsire, Starmie, Toxicroak. Low-key, what if I did... I think I need a Clodsire counter. But actually, what I can also do, right, before deciding on my evolution, let's go to the PC, and for the first time, like ever, we're putting a Pokemon in the PC for a reason other than it fainted. So I'm gonna put Eevee here for now. We gotta nickname it all. So I'm gonna nickname based on the evolution. But we have a few encounters here. So I'm gonna go to Pokemon locations and just check out what we can get on Route 5. Looking at Route 5. Meowth. Ah, Hatena. Okay. That's good, right? Because if I can get a Hatena, then that can be my counter to Clodsire. Right? Will I be able to get Hatterene? Or not? Does the level cap block that? Let's see. Because Hatena's slow, yes, but I'm pretty sure it's still faster than Clodsire. Nope. Alright, Hatcham at level 28, so we can get second stage evolution. But it's still a pure Psychic at that point. It doesn't have the Fairy type yet. Wait, that's actually huge. Because without the Fairy type means without the weakness to Poison. And that means that it is, in fact, a direct counter to Clodsire. And a decent counter for, what's it called? Toxicroak. Okay, Hatena. And it can learn Psybeam. Yeah, Psybeam's really the only Psychic type move that's going to be useful here. Confusion as a as a Hatena, but Hatch can come in Psybeam. Okay, so that's maybe. That's a maybe. Let me see what else we have here. Solosis. Or Gothita. So again, Psychic types. I'm definitely going to want to pick up a Psychic type, I feel like, because I want to be able to deal with... So let me see. I'm leaning more towards Gothita because I think that has a higher physical defense, right? And then it evolves into Duosion, level 28. So it's a crazy high special attack stat, though. 125 special attack as Duosion is genuinely madness. That's nuts. It's actually the same special... Oh, okay. And it gets Confusion, Reflect, Psybeam, Light Screen, Psy Shock as well. I think we kind of have to, right? Let me just look at... Right, because Duosion's a monster. 125 special attack. But... if Gothorita has a better physical defense... It's a physical defense of 70, but the special attack is only 75. That being said... Get access to Confusion, Psybeam, Psy Shock. So pretty much the same moves. It's not as much of a heavy hitter, but it is bulkier a little bit. 70 defense, 60 HP. Could put all my stats into defense also, just to avoid that Sucker Punch threat. So let me see. What do we say? 70 defense, 60 HP for Gothorita versus 50 defense, 65 HP. Okay, so I think actually it's a higher HP stat, right? Yeah, slightly higher HP. I think I'm gonna go with Duosion on this route. I mean, just looking at all my other options. Growlithe, we could go with Intimidate, but again, it's a... Oh! Wait a minute. Vulpix is on this route. If I get a Vulpix, does Vulpix get Drought before it evolves into Ninetales, or is that a Ninetales exclusive ability? Okay, does get Drought. So if we get Vulpix, I wonder if that can help offset Misty's Rain. Let me see. Alright. New strategy. I'm going to go with Drought Vulpix. If we need a Psychic type, we also always have Espeon available. I think I'm going to go with Vulpix on Route 5. Route 6, I can then go and... Oh, they have Sizzlipede, so I can actually get a... Do I have access to Route 6? Actually, I don't know. Let's see if I have access to Route 6. Oh, and then there's a Den here, too. Wait a minute. Route 5 Raid Den. I Raid Den. And we can get a Hatena from this Raid Den also. Hatena, Flamigo, Flittle, Rhyhorn, and Oricorio. Looks like it's the fire type one. Alright. I'm going for Drought Vulpix. That's going to be my first catch, because once we get that up, we get rid of Swift Swim on Ludicolo, get rid of Swift Swim on Mantine, get rid of any, water boost. Actually, water type moves get weaker. And we activate Dry Skin on Toxico to do damage instead of heal. So, yeah, I'm thinking Vulpix for our first catch. Let me just see. Vulpix is a night catch. No. It's a day catch with a 5% encounter rate. Shoot, that's going to kind of suck. Alright. Well, let's do Infinite Repel off. Time Changer today. And then save state right here. Cool. One thing I also want to check is if I have a Firestone, right? Then a Ninetales would actually help even more than a Vulpix. Plus I love fire types, so any excuse to get one. Doesn't seem like I do though. And yeah, alright, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Alright, so we're on Route 5. One of Vulpix. I'm going to save state right here, actually. Alright, now Let's see. Yeah. Let me just make sure that... Okay, this is the right, because if it were nighttime, then it would have been glaring me out. So, we have the right conditions. Just wrong. RNG. Okay, actually, hold on. Let me resave state without using shift. Get this too. Oh, bulldoze. Cool. It's nice to have. Oh, I wonder, right? Can I find a way to leverage eggs for team building? I don't think so. Because, I mean, I would just get duplicate mons anyways. Grimer had an even lower encounter rate than Vulpix. Ah, there's that Solosis that we were talking about. Tempting. Really tempting, but I'm going to turn it down. Swirlix. Oh, Swirlix kind of be Morolo. I already had one of these. Actually, wait. Because that's my first encounter, due to the duplicate cause, I don't actually have to reset here. I am allowed to run away from this fight and get another try. Alright, now I have to reset. Vulpix, where are you? Let me try the lower patches over this. There we go. I was literally just about to Google Vulpix Radical Red to make sure I was in the right patches of grass, too. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, a little quick ball action. And I feel like the name is kind of obvious, right? I'm going to be basic, going to be unoriginal. But I mean, it's a gimme. Gotta name Vulpix after the legendary nine-tailed fox. Kurama. It's a female Vulpix. I think Kurama is canonically a dude, but I don't think it matters all that much. There we go. Alright, so we now have Vulpix. Going to our PC again. Why did I put it automatically in the... Oh, it didn't put it in the KO box, because I only had 5 mons. Okay. Cool, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Let me just check the ability here. Okay, it has Flash Fire. But that is fine because okay. Does Ability Pill not work on hidden abilities? That's annoying. Why do I have a low punny? Because this is a Nuzlocke challenge. That actually reminded me. I need to put a Nuzlocke rules in chat. It's a Nuzlocke challenge. So the rules of the Nuzlocke challenge are: first encounter, you have to catch and nickname. Well, actually, no, you don't have to catch or nickname it, but that's the only one that you're allowed to catch or nickname in a particular area. So in the area that I got low punny as a Baneri, that was my first encounter. And I had a limited amount of mons, so I got it on my team. Also with the Nuzlocke rules, as Pokemon faint, you can't use them anymore. Meaning that I had other mons, but Lopunny has survived the longest due to its moveset and stats. It being a fully evolved mon helps a lot too because of the level cap. Pin those Nuzlocke rules. Shoot. So apparently, to unlock the hidden ability, you can't even use the ability pill. You have to go talk to somebody in Saffron City. That's annoying. Okay. I guess we're resetting this capture then, because Vulpix is kind of useless to us right now without its hidden ability. Yeah, bottle caps for hidden abilities, ability pills for normal ones. And I'm sure that those bottle caps, you gotta talk to that guy in Saffron, right? Alright, well, in that case, sorry Kurama, but we gotta be strategic here. Alright, so Vulpix is useless to us. I guess in that case, I'm gonna hold off on my Route 5 capture, because I'm leaning towards getting that Solosis, right? And then just evolving it into Duosion, and then having a Psychic type to counter Clodsire and Toxicroak. But I guess for the meantime, let me see what else we have access to. So our raid dens, that Route 5 raid den. We can also get a Hatena, Route 6 raid den, Applin, Litleo, Mingfu, Blitzel. I might go for the Blitzel then. Get the electric type there. Alright. Set to Route 6. Turn our Infinite Repel back on. No Dato Bio today. Maybe later. But we unfortunately do have to give up Kurama for now. So we can't be feeling like Naruto just yet. I was looking forward to it too, because I had a whole plan built around Vulpix and Ninetales. Shoot, that's so annoying. That is so annoying. Alright, well, we're on Route 6 now. Ah, TM here. Nice. Oh, wait, I knew that was there. Venoshock. Alright, got that. Here is the raid den. So looking inside it. That's a Litleo. You can also fish, but I don't really see much use in water type against Misty. Let me see if these guys are mini bosses, just to make sure. Nugget Bridge, Nugget Bridge. Route 6, Camper Jeff. I feel like it's one of these guys then. I think it's the one that I'm looking in front of right now. He opens up with Ambipom and Mr. Mime, Galarian. If that is the case, then... Oh, I don't have a lot of counters to him then. Hold on. That's kind of threatening to me. Alright. Well, just in case, I guess I'll save state here. And then I'm going to battle this guy. Yeah, I'll battle this guy. See how it goes. Oh yeah, this is definitely Camper Jeff on Route 6. Alright. Ambipom and Mr. Mime. But Ambipom has Fake Out. And its speed is 82. Making it, I believe, the fastest Mon on the field right now. Yeah, fastest Mon on the field. In fact, most of his team is faster than mine, except for Berserker and Gramble. Hold on. I might be low-key. And I only have 5 Mons. Wait. That's not good. Okay. Slightly underprepared for this fight. But let's see what we can do here. I'm going to hope that Ambipom doesn't Fake Out on Rabbit Escape. And then I am going to Scald on... Okay, cool. I did nothing, and I got Frostbite. Okay. That's not great. That's really not great. What's going on, Shriyash? Yeah, I mean, I can Mach Punch. I think my team is just very ill-equipped. Okay, yeah, we gotta rearrange our team a little bit. This is not how we want things to go. Alright. Looking at the encounters on Route 6, then. Sunkern, Cherubi. So we actually have a decent amount of grass types. So let me see. Between Sunkern and Cherubi, Cherubi can evolve into Cherrim at level 25. Cherrim learns Sunny Day. Cherrim learns Sunny Day at level 22. Okay, that could work. Cherrim with Sunny Day at level 22. All we'd have to do is get rid of Politoed and set up a Sunny Day. Alternatively, Whimsicott doesn't get Sunny Day, right? No, it doesn't seem like it. Tailwind at level 28 is not bad. Cottony also doesn't get Sunny Day, yeah. Okay, and then what else? There's Sunkern, which would become a Sunflora. Seed, Mega Drain, Endeavor, Synthesis, and then that's Sunflora. Doesn't get Sunny Day until level 40. Okay. Good to know. And then... what was the other Pokemon? On Route 6? Oh, Gossiflor, right. Is that the pre-elbow to Eldegoss? I believe. It is. So you can get Eldegoss, who... I'm really not all that impressed. Cotton Down. Plus Regenerator, actually. That's not bad. Having Regenerator might be huge for us. Mega Drain, Synthesis, but unfortunately does not get Sunny Day. So I'm torn between Sunny Day and Regenerator. I'm thinking of going with Sunny Day. Yeah. What one at Sunny Day? Cherubi. Oh, or Bunsweet, which evolves into what, Steny, and then I'm blanking on. It has Queenly Majesty as an ability. I'm mad I can't remember the name of the Pokemon. Wow. Serena, that's what it is. So we got Steny at level 18. Stats aren't that impressive. Doesn't get Sunny Day. Alright. So on Route 6, so far I'm going with Cherubi. Just to check out what I can get from fishing here, I don't think I'll really be all that impressed, but... Chinchou and Shellder. Chinchou isn't the worst to have, but there are other electric types that we can go for. Alright, I'm gonna go for Cherubi here. In order to get Cherubi on Route 6, we need it to be daytime, which it is, and it has a 20% chance of being encountered. Cool. Cool. Turn off the infinite repel. Can I promote the channel? You don't have to do that. But if you feel compelled, I'm not against. In fact, it is appreciated. There we go. Cherubi was caught. And I believe I can evolve this into Cherrim. Let me see here. Right? Doesn't evolve at like level 20. 25. Cool. Alright, give a nickname. Do I have enough characters? Y'all don't even know what this is a reference to, man. This is before y'all's time. Y'all don't even know who this is a reference to, man. This is before y'all's time. Y'all only know JJK, Demon Slayer, and My Hero Academia. I don't know nothing about some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's peak right there. And if you do, you know ball. I said that as if JoJo's isn't still going on. Leech Seed, Helping Hand. Let's remove Helping Hand. And then I can relearn it for double battles. Let's see. You're my favorite streamer and I'll help however I can. Well, I really appreciate that. That actually does mean a lot. 22, 23, 24, 25. There we go. Alright, Kakyoin is evolving. So now we have Cherrim. How's One Piece going? Long. I took a break 150 episodes in, and then I just started up again last week. So I'm on I finished episode 160 over the weekend. I'll remember Petal Dance. This is the one where, yeah, 3 turns and then confusion. But I still am determined to get all caught up by the end of the year. I know there's going to be new episodes coming out soon, so I got to lock in for that. What level does Cherrim learn Sunny Day? 22, so I got to go back to that guy and reteach it. Okay, that's fine. What was that? Alright, there we go. Heading back to Cerulean now. I'm gonna do a test run on Misty's team. So I'm not gonna actually face her. Here's what I'm thinking. Alright, Nature Change. Yeah, I'm thinking Nature Change on Cherrim. Right, to get a speedy nature. We want it as fast as possible. I don't even know what its current nature is, but we want something that boosts speed. It's going to be a better physical attacker, interestingly enough. So I guess we can go Jolly. Yeah, Jolly. Let's go Jolly Nature. I didn't even realize that Cherrim was a physical attacker. Little did Malk know everything is a JoJo reference. Little did I know. Man, I've been making JoJo references since y'all were in diapers. I say that as if I'm like considerably older. Probably like a good 15 years older, I would say, than the average viewer. No, oh my god, no, I'm not that old. Wait a minute. I'd have to look at my my viewer demographics. I'm 26 for reference. So I assume most of y'all are between that 14 to 17 age range. Difference between red and radical red. Short answer, everything. Yeah, short answer, everything. What's going on, Harry? Short answer, everything. So for starters, Radical Red has every Pokemon from all 9 generations. There is a level cap imposed based on certain boss fights. So that's either gym leaders, rival battles, or Team Rocket. So meaning that your Pokemon just won't level up until you clear that part of the game. There is a normal and a hardcore mode to choose from, which basically just determines the levels and the strength of the AI of your opponents. Let me think, what else? Takes place in the Kanto region. I guess it's a similarity, but new characters and story as well. So you have two rivals. You have Brendan, the protagonist from the Gen 3 games, is also one of your rivals in this. Based on the gameplay that I've seen, the Team Rocket storyline is also different. So pretty much everything. Yeah, pretty much everything. I wouldn't say everything. It is still, Kanto League. Gym leaders are the same. You get to take on the Johto gym leaders at various points throughout the story too. So everything is a little bit misleading, but I would definitely say a significant amount is different. But the biggest difference that I've noticed, the AI is smart, bruh. The AI is really smart. Something's not right here. Something's not right here. Something's not right here. Something is not right here. Yeah, it's pretty much like Red Plus. Am I tripping? The Pokédex says that both Cherubi and Cherim learn Sunny Day at level 22. Now, the first thing that I'm noticing is that I don't even think Cherubi had the option to learn Sunny Day at level 22. So that's question mark number one. Question mark number two, why do I not now have... Hold on. All right, give up on trying to teach a new move. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, and maybe it already has Sunny Day. Because if it doesn't have Sunny Day now, right? Doesn't have Sunny Day now. What happens if I hit this move relearn? That's just gonna be the same thing as talking to the guy, though, right? Yeah. Okay. What? Is there a different Pokédex for hardcore mode in which it doesn't learn Sunny Day before Misty? I'm like very confused here. Teach Tackle to unlock Sunny Day? Really? That doesn't sound right, but you know what? Nothing in this game sounds right. So let's try it. Maybe 1892 F God might be onto something here. Alright, I guess I'll forget Sleep Powder in favor of Tackle. Alright, now let's go. Talk to him again. Nah, there's no Sunny Day here. I heard if you use a Magikarp and have it use Splash 100 times in one battle, it deals a one-hit KO on any Pokemon. Honestly, right? I'm gonna let you know right now, Harry. For all I know, they could have very well coded that into this game. You're not getting 100 splashes off on a Magikarp. If you can get 100 splashes off on a Magikarp in a single battle in Radical Red, I will give you the official title of Stall Master. Now level it up? I can't. It's already at the level cap. Should I catch another one? Should I reset my save, catch another one? Because it's already at the level cap. $32. Well, my level cap is 28 and the Pokédex says 22. So the Pokédex is wrong then. Okay. That's great to know. Is there a more up-to-date Pokédex then? Or am I using the wrong dex? Is there a different dex for hardcore mode? according to this dex, it also learns. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is this? What does it mean if a move is in red? Yeah, it just isn't learning Sunny Day. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, What do you think about the new Pokemon game? I haven't played it. From what I've seen, though, it looks like a mix of what? Like Pokemon, a little bit of Animal Crossing with some elements of Minecraft. It looks like it could be fun. I might try it out. Let me look up Cherubi on a standard Pokedex, so non-radical red one, because I know that they've made some edits on things here. Alright, so Cherubi. Cherubi's a Gen 4 mon, so I can't even look it up in the Gen 3 Dex. But in the Gen 4 Dex, it learns Sunny Day at level 22. In the Gen 5 Dex, in every Pokedex, Cherubi learns Sunny Day at level 22. So what I want to understand is why Cherubi has evolved into a Cherim. Okay, stop trying to teach a move. Like what? Am I talking to the wrong guy? Alright, I'm gonna load my save state here. And just catch another one and level it up again. Because that... I can't find any information on it, right? I feel like... Oh, wait, hold on. I feel like because I'm at the Misty battle, it has intentionally not allowed me to learn Sunny Day to prevent me from setting off or from getting rid of that Infinite Rain against Misty. But I can't find any information confirming that, right? So it's hard for me to say like, oh, I'm wasting my time trying to get a Sunny Day user if I can't find any confirmation that Sunny Day isn't accessible. Hardcore mode adds 10 levels. I don't think that's the case either, because Lopunny is set to learn Mach Punch at level 26. And my Lopunny has Mach Punch at level 28, meaning that it must have learned it at 26. So I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Maybe for some mons it is. But I don't think it's the case for in general. Am I also in Pokemon cards? I used to be kind of into collecting them back in the day. Cherubi's been disabled. 1892, where are you finding this info from? Because it would be good if I could like reference this when building out my team. Right, there's Cherubi. Yeah, where did you, if you could like send a link. Actually, I don't want it to time you out in the chat. So don't send a link to anything because I think the YouTube moderation might automatically time you out. But, yeah, where are you finding this info? So I can read up on it, because I've never heard of that before. It makes sense, right? Like, it definitely sounds like something that they would do, would be to prevent you from activating Sunny Day or any other weather condition for the, you know, the entirety of while you have to face off against Misty. I just always figured that, like, it wasn't a thing, though, right? I'll give it its nickname later. It tells the rules at the gym. Alright, hold up. Let me... Before I save then, I'm gonna fly to Cerulean and see. Let's see. I'm talking to this guy? Yeah. Accuracy reducing moves and evasion. Move from the game. Baton pass removed. Sleep causes an effect. 1 Pokemon per team. Oko is removed. Bag is inaccessible. Soft level cap. Pokemon will disobey when level cap. Consumable items come back. Battle style set. Cannot thief items from trainers. Automatically heal to full in most battles. Exploits. Gohan already won this? Oh, now it's personal. Now I gotta lock in. I don't see anything about a Cherubi. And I remember because when I went to go face off against Brock, that guy gave me that same spiel about, you know, can't use items in battle, yada yada yada, all that. That is so weird. I'll wait for 1892 to send something here. In the meantime, we do have Cherubi on our team, right? I'm not going to save because I don't want to waste my encounter. Let me go and use a rare candy here. Alright. Magical Leaf at level 19. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up its learn set so I can follow along. So, Cherubi, right? I have 2 different Pokedexes here. This one has Magical Leaf at level 19. And this other one here... That's slow, honey. Hold on, let me pull up. Cherubi. Magical Leaf at level 19. Okay, but I will notice, right, that it's in red. It's in red on this Pokedex, and I can't find what that means, but I just know that means if you're playing hardcore mode, it won't learn that move. I just know it means that if you're playing hardcore, that move is disabled. If I can find, like, a key somewhere here... Yeah, if I could find like a key to this Pokedex, I'm almost positive that's what that's gonna mean. But I can't find an actual key to this Pokedex that confirms that. Let me see. Here's a spreadsheet. Why would they make a Google Sheets and not make it accessible? I'm not requesting access. Are these people crazy? Let's see. Here we go. A better one. Oh, this is the same one that I'm using. Okay. Hardcore mode general restrictions. So there is something that says that weather and terrain is set by the AIs and is permanent. I feel like that's probably just going to stop you from learning Sunny Day altogether. Weather rocks are unobtainable. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's on me for thinking that I could, I mean, I'm not really seeing much different here. They got rid of Mega Blaziken speed boost, so that's funny. Here we go. Yeah. Ban moves, Sunny Day. Sunny Day is banned. Okay, well, now that I know that, Cherubi, unfortunately, can't do anything for you. But, let's see. What's going on, ZHZ? Animal owner? I don't have any animals myself. A couple people in my building have dogs. What Pokemon myth caught you? For me, it was Togetic in Gen 2 evolving into Lugia. Oh, Pokemon myths that caught me. So, I grew up in the era of the Action Replay. Action Replay was a cheating device that you could plug into your DS to exploit, you know, literally like cheat codes. Like it would literally alter your game's code. A lot of people in the Pokemon community use them for things like unlimited Master Balls, unlimited rare candies, or you could also use it to unlock Pokemon events. And so, a myth that I had fallen for was that you could get like any mythical from I forget who it was, but there was like some rumor that if you talk to a certain guy in like Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, with that cheat code, he would basically just like unlock any event for you. And as those rumors started to spread, people started saying, oh, you don't even have to talk to the guy. You can, actually hack the game by doing XYZ. None of it was true. But yeah, I fell for those myths that were like exploiting the game's hidden code, and unlocking event legendaries and stuff like that. The action replay for the original Game Boy. Oh, I knew it. I know it fried your device. It fried my DS so bad too. All right, I'm gonna turn Infinite Repel back on. Shoot, back to the drawing board. I think then I'm going back to Route 5 to get a Solosis. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Route 5, get a Solosis, evolve it into Duosion. Or since I'm already at Route 6, do I go to the Raid Den and get Blitzel? I say we go to the Raid Den and get Blitzel. Because depending on what level it evolves, even before it evolves. Yeah. And it evolves at level 27. Perfect. Because what I'm thinking, right? Blitzel, evolve into Zebstrika. Great mon right there. We can also use it to force out Clodsire. Once we do that, it doesn't really learn any good moves, though, for a while. Great attack. Not decent attack. Great speed. Flame Charge and Spark are kind of the best that we have to work with. But that's fine. That's fine. Use it to force out Clodsire. Anticipating the Clodsire switch, we can actually then go into our Psychic type. Keep in mind, we also have an unevolved Eevee, too. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Litleo, and I believe changing the time of day will actually reset this encounter. No. Are they predetermined? I could have sworn that they're changing the time of day. Or do I have to change it back to daytime? Hold up. No. How do you reset those? Okay. Apparently it's changed. It's tied to the actual game time. That's annoying. So I think where I messed up. Let me see. Shoot. And of course I don't have save state. Alright. I'll hold off on Blitzel for now. Could do Jolteon. Let's do Jolteon. Do I have Thunderstone? Of course I don't have a Thunderstone. Okay, we need an electric type. Any electric type. So let's see. Oh, okay. What I could do is, instead of waiting on Blitzel, I could go for the Chinchou catch here, right? That's an electric type. Certain to force out. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try that. Safe state. Like here. Alright. Old Rod, go for Chinchou. Perfect. Level 2. Okay. I guess it is the Old Rod, right? So it kind of makes sense. So we have a Chinchou. How do you get the good rod? That's what I need to find out. I think that's gonna be in Vermilion City, right? Yeah, Vermilion City. So gotta keep moving a little bit more. I guess in theory, if I had taken down that one Ace Trainer, we would have had it, but that's okay. Nickname the Chinchou, yes. I'm running out of lightning users, I'm not gonna lie. Which, in theory, should be impossible, but when there's a will, there's a way. I don't know, what's a lightning user? Let's do... I'm after my guy Darui from Naruto. Alright, we have Chinchou. What level does this thing evolve at? Is it even a level up evolution? Oh, and its hidden ability is Water Absorb. That would have been great too. I mean, it would tank any water type moves anyways, but it evolves at level 27. So I think I'm going to use Lantern. I might even go ahead and just save here. Thunder Wave, Electro Ball, Shockwave, just realizing Lantern stats are kind of atrocious except for its HP. But it's a special attacker slightly. So I'm not gonna learn Spark. I get an evolution here. You know what I'm stuck on? I'm stuck on that animal owner comment. I'm looking at it, and I don't know. I have a feeling it was meant to be derogatory in some way. I just can't figure out how. Alright, so we have Lantern. Next thing we're going to do is head to Route 5. Or actually, what I can do, save my Route 5 encounter in favor of Espeon. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go to the PC. We did say that we were going to nickname Espeon. Oh, I already had Belly Bot. Ah, I didn't even need... Okay, that's annoying. What have I been trying to catch an electric type for then? Alright. yeah, I'm not even going to use Lantern. I mean, right? Why would I? Alright, in that case, because it's been long enough, it's been like an hour and I haven't done a single battle, or at least haven't finished one. Let's do this. Let's go to the PC. Grab Eevee. Place right here. It's daytime. So what we're going to do is... we did a bunch of berries. Specifically pomeg berries, because those are for raising HP. And because it was a gift mon with no HP EVs, you can just max out its friendship like this. Alright, let's see if that's enough. To be fair, it doesn't have to be maxed out, just high enough to evolve. That should be good. Guess we'll find out. Let me make sure it doesn't have a fairy type move too, because we'll accidentally get a Sylveon if it does. Alright, cool. Alright, so this should be our Espeon. We'll have access to Confusion and Psybeam, as well as Future Sight, with a special attack of 130 and speed of 110. The only thing I really anticipate outspeeding it would be the mons that are in Swift Swim. And then we also do have Toxicroak Sucker Punch to worry about, but cross that bridge when we come to it. Alright, there we go. Espeon, I gotta give it a nickname too. But I'm gonna level him up first. Actually, don't need to learn Doll Eyes. Alright. I'll do Future Sight. Because you know what, in theory, what I could do... Alright, there we go, level cap. Now the last thing that I want to do is, before I go and take on Misty, see if I have a Sunstone in here. I do. I have one Sunstone. Here. I am going to fly to Misty. And I'm actually going to save state before I use my Sunstone, just because I only have one and I'm not sure when I'm going to get another one. And if we have a strategy which requires us to evolve a different mon using a Sunstone, I want to keep that available. So we go here. Alright. Move the team around. So she opens with Politoed. I'm opening with Azula. I completely forgot to... Oh, okay. Plus special attack, minus special... This is fine. I was going to do Modest Nature for plus special attack, minus attack, but this works too. Yeah. And then let me just check Hanami's moveset real quick. Cotton Spore, Stun Spore, Giga Drain. I can live with that for now. Alright. Last thing I want to do. Come up here. Save state. Save over this. Alright, now we can evolve. Alright, so we get a Whimsicott. Really, it's just better stats. We have Prankster on Cottony also, but I do like the ability to, or the freedom of having better stats there. 116 speed is good, actually. That means that we're going to outspeed a lot of things. Plus with our Prankster. Alright, there we go. Got Whimsicott. Now, let's go take on Misty. So I'm going to try to predict here that she's going to open up. Well, I not predict, but I know she's going to open up with Politoed. I think Bellybot is going to force her into Clodsire. I'm pretty sure. I hope so, at least. I mean, looking at her team, right? Be kind of stupid to keep in Politoed. She could go Earthquake, actually. She could go Earthquake. If she does go Earthquake, I also have a plan for that, though. So we'll see. We'll see. So, let's go Pokemon. Hopefully she switches. I should have given a Twisted Spoon also. But if she doesn't switch, we have a plan here. Okay, Flip Turn. I can live with that. There's a lot more than I would like. And then she went Mantine, which makes sense, all things considered. Okay. That I did not consider, that she was going to Flip Turn. Okay, wait a minute. Cool. So she's going to Flip Turn. Then all I have to do is Discharge, and that's a KO. She's going to Flip Turn into Mantine. I'm going to Discharge then. Yeah. Politoed has Earthquake. But you know what? It seems like the Politoed is... Are we for real? Okay. You know what? To be fair, maybe it's because she's using Flip Turn. That's why. She's avoiding being baited out. Because if I were the one using Flip Turn, it would be still a free switch. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. It makes a lot of sense. It's going to definitely Bulldoze. Which means that we need Dagon in here. It could Toxic also. It did Toxic, okay. That's not too surprising either. I have Ice Fang. She doesn't know that. Although she probably is going to switch out. But let's see. She didn't switch out. Poison Jab. And then we gotta get out of here after this. Black Sludge is annoying. It also has Recover, and that I don't like. Nice. Ludicolo has Thunder Punch, Starmie has Thunderbolt. I think those are the two most likely that she's going to send out. With the exception of Toxicroak, of course. Okay. It could Poison Jab. It could Swords Dance. I say we take the... Did I not just evolve? Oh, right. I forgot to evolve a second time. That's annoying. Okay. I'm going to take the gamble here and hope that it Swords Dances. There we go. Alright, nice. Because what I can do now, right? Stun Spore. And it has no choice now but to Sucker Punch or get Outspay. Poison Jab, we lose Hanami. Rest in peace. It's actually kind of a waste. Hate to lose my Whimsicott so soon, but okay. Now we're gambling a lot. No, we're not. Send out Dagon. Intimidate to get rid of the Sucker Punch. Right. Not the Sucker Punch. Get rid of the Swords Dance is what I meant to say. I have Espeon. I'm gonna gamble on Paralysis here. Water Gym with Toxicroak. Yeah, the rain plus dry skin means that Okay. Yeah, the Rain plus Dry Skin means that that Toxicroak heals every turn by the same amount that it would have lost with its Life Orb. So it's a free Life Orb on Toxicroak. I have to hope that it doesn't get off a Sucker Punch here. If it does, we need to reconsider our team a little bit. It didn't even go for Sucker Punch. Interesting. Interesting. That's really weird, actually. I have no clue why it didn't go for the Sucker Punch there. It's paralyzed. I have 4 HP. It was going to faint if it stayed in anyways. That's really, really odd. But am I okay with losing Espeon also? I think so. Hidden Power Electric, okay. No, Hidden Power Grass. Interesting. Scald, Hurricane, Roost. Wait, no! I messed up. I was supposed to keep Espeon in for Clodsire. We do still have Dagon, but really unfavorable situation there. Alright, here's the plan. Send out Azula. Gonna switch into Clodsire. Unless I'm overthinking it. It is possible that I'm overthinking it, but I don't think she's gonna keep in Mantine against Bellabot. I think she's gonna switch into Clodsire. At least I hope. Why would you stay in? Why would you? Okay, alright. We gotta... I'm doing all the thinking for Misty, and I think that's what's tripping me up. Okay. Okay. Cashier Marquise, man. My boy. I think... I figured it out, right? I was confused for the longest time. Because I kept wondering. I was like, why do you want to see Fire Red so bad? I figured it out. You've never seen Fire Red before. You've never seen Fire Red before. That's what it is. You want me to show you what Pokemon Fire Red looks like. You want me to deliver that experience. I can do that. I can definitely do that. For sure. Because anybody that's familiar enough with the Gen 3 games, specifically Fire Red and Leaf Green, would actually have made the assumption that I was playing Fire Red or Leaf Green without knowing what was going on. Even with the Mons not being all Gen 3 available Mons, the interface is still reminiscent of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Right? So I was wondering, I was like, why does he want me to play Fire Red so bad when Radical Red is an improvement on Fire Red in just about every way? And I realized exactly what it was. You're young. You're young. And one thing that young people always fall for is nostalgia that they were not a part of, right? You ever notice how kids, right? Every kid goes through their 90s hip-hop phase, even though they weren't born in the 90s? Or the, you know, old cartoons, better old days phase? That's what it was. You missed Fire Red and Leaf Green when it was originally released. And so now, you want me to show you what Pokemon used to look like back in the day. All you had to do was ask. Because I can do that. Gotta ask nicely though. We use please and thank you around here. Alright, Flamigo. Because I'm gonna let you know right now, right? This is what Fire Red looks like. Like, just like this. This is Fire Red right here. Like, word for word, bar for bar, this is Fire Red right here. Which you would know if you were more familiar with the Pokemon series. But, this isn't judgment from me. Everybody gets introduced some way. Alright, let's see. So your first time was when you got it on the Switch? No, it's a fun game. It's a fun game for sure. But I'm here to tell you, right, Radical Red is an improvement in every way. I know you don't know that because I'm of the assumption that you are younger, and so you've only gotten into Pokemon recently in the past few years. But, yeah, this is an improvement on Fire Red in, like, literally every way. You like Game Freak's games, not the copies. Have you ever played Radical Red? Because while I will say there are a lot of really bad fan-made games out there, Radical Red is like pretty much as close as you can to objectively the best fan-made game. Especially when you compare it to Fire Red and Leaf Green, which are still great games, but at the end of the day, they are Kanto games, and Kanto games just by nature are very lacking. Okay, so she opens up with Politoed. It goes flip turn into whoever is on the field, whatever the best matchup for that would be. So if we open up with Bellybot, she's going Clodsire. If we open up with almost anybody else, she's going into a Swift Swimmer. We know that. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? Go to the TM case. Teleport, dig, Electro Web. Let's see. Yeah, they don't really give you a lot of TMs this early on. Okay. Thunder Punch on Lopunny, I think. Oh, what if? Okay, now we're cooking here. Hold on. Replace Low Sweep. Low Super Mach Punch. Do I want my priority move? Yeah, I want my priority move. I don't really have a use case for Low Sweep here. Guess anybody who knows about Fire Red, if they ever play Radical Red, you'll get a yes most times, but if they say no, they're mostly lying. And they like it so much. Could be. Could be. But yeah, I mean, Fire Red and Leaf Green, they're fine games, but all they are Gen 3 remakes of Kanto games, you know? Like, there's nothing really particularly special about them outside of taking place in Kanto. And, well, y'all know how I feel about the Kanto region, but I digress. I don't let the region, obviously, affect how I feel about the games if it's still a good game. Okay, new plan here. Testing out Misty. Opening up with Rabbit Escape instead. Safe state right here. So she's gonna open up Politoed, right? Oh no, this isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. She's gonna outspeed. No, I need somebody slower than Politoed who can. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll see what we can do here with Fake Out. Yeah. Oh, Paralysis, nice. Toxic, interesting. Truth be told, I am not worried at all about Politoed. It's not going to Toxic again. So, I need to check its move set. Flip turn, Scald, Earthquake, Toxic. It might Scald. Definitely also need to adjust Bellybot's moveset, because what am I doing with 4 electric type moves? Hard counter by Clodsire. Although alternatively we get rid of Clodsire, right? Whole team's done up. But I say we go Hanami here. Hanami resists 3 out of 4 moves and he's not going to Toxic again. Perfect. Keep forgetting to evolve into Whimsicott though. Go. Toxicroak. Okay, that's fine. I was planning on stacking Hanami anyways. Truth be told, I really don't know why we had Hanami on the team. I think the proposition of a Whimsicott was a lot more attractive in theory. We haven't really established a great use case. That being said, Psybeam's a little stronger than Confusion, right? I know he's going to Sucker Punch here, but I believe that we can survive it. If we can't, then I'm going to go and change Espeon's nature to physically defensive. Because I think Espeon has enough firepower to take down... definitely has enough to take down Toxicroak with a 4x super effective move. I want to make sure it has enough to take down Clodsire as well. 65, 50, yeah. I wonder... Okay, withdrew. Okay, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Now... do you stay in? This is the hard part, right? Sorry, my allergies are acting up. Because Misty knows I have Espeon, so she might be hesitant to send in Clodsire, knowing that if I send an Espeon, she is a sitting duck to Psybeam. But if she stays in with Mantine and doesn't switch to Clodsire, she doesn't switch to Clodsire, anybody is taking a discharge to the face besides Clodsire. I said we go Discharge. If she goes Clodsire, we go Mudshot, use our free switch in to go back to Espeon. Perfect. Alright, Mantine goes down. I'll take the burn. I forgot to give it a berry, but I think we give it a magnet actually. So even though the berry that Mantine has weakened its power, I was about to say, you are not getting away with that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Crazy. Absolutely not. Alright, decisions. I kind of want to keep alive Bellybot just because I want to use it to bait out Clodsire. Dude, there's like... there's no way you knew I was going to switch to Simipour and you use Hidden Power Grass. Whatever. Scald with the boost here KOs it. Cool. Alright, Ludicolo. Giga Drain is going to hit pretty hard. And I don't think I want to lose Juvie just yet. I didn't really come with a counter for Ludicolo. Maybe I will sack Juvie here. It outspeeds... Hanami was our counter for Ludicolo, I think, because we were going to Poison Powder. Okay. Now I see why we had Hanami on the team. Why don't I just build a counter for each Pokemon, to be honest, on her team? So Politoed's counter would be Azula. Alright, I'm going to go Dagon. It does have Thunder Punch, but with Intimidate, it's not going to hit quite as hard. But all the health that I would have already lost, yeah, I was going to say all the health that I would have lost already is still going to pack a punch. I'm going to take the risk. We might be stacking Dagon here. Nice work, Dagon. Alright. Yeah, lack of stab plus Intimidate gives us a bit of a fighting chance. Of course, we don't get any type of frostbite because good things don't come to those who wait. Could lock myself into Thrash. Might do that. I mean, if I'm gonna get KO'd, okay. Well, high damage roll, Dagon goes down. Actually, I don't even know if that was a high roll. I think I just got saved by the Citrus Berry before. Alright, team not doing so hot, but we do have a save before the Misty fight anyways. Pop Fake Out, but we do take poison damage. There's a Citrus Berry? Who puts a Citrus Berry on? Okay. But I guess. Dude, this low punny is so useless, bruh. Can't KO anything. Alright, now we lose to poison. I believe, right? Yeah, we got a poison. What does she even have left? She has Politoed, Starmie, Clodsire. I think that's it. And Toxicroak. Alright, I'm gonna send out Espeon. And then based on who she sends out, so Starmie's next. I do still have Bellybot. See, I don't have a Starmie counter. Well, Bellybot was a Starmie counter, but Bellybot's not doing so hot. All right, let's go and let's do this. Go here. Move this right here. And then... All right, so... building a counter for each member of Misty's team. First up is Politoed. For Politoed, Politoed is much stronger in special defense than physical defense. So I think I need a really strong physical attacking electric type. That save was with Espeon included, right? Yeah. Alright, so we do have Espeon regardless. Maybe I will go with... Look at our Raid Den encounters, because we do still have 2 of those, even though they're not cooperating right now. Litleo is our worst choice. Flamigo. Doesn't really counter anything. If only I had Blitzel, bro. Let me see how I can manipulate. I gotta figure out a way to reset these raid dens. That's what I gotta do. Either do that, or did I have a mod on the PC? No, I didn't. Okay. So, looking at the team, we still have Route 5 encounter, Route 6 encounter, Route 5 raid den, Route 6 raid den, and if I were to take out that camper on Route 6, then we make it into Vermilion City, and that might expand our horizons as well. Which episode from Indigo League was my favorite? You know how long it's been since I watched Indigo League, man? Dang, bro. The one where Ash had to say goodbye to Butterfree is probably one of the most emotional ones. But I don't really have a lot of episodes in recent memory. Indigo League, wow, what a... Yeah, I'd have to... It would take me a good minute to think of my favorite Indigo League episode. But let's see what else we have here. Alright, so... Route 5, Route 6. Route 6, if we get a heavy hitting grass or water type. See, the Dene is not going to KO anything, is the issue. One thing, this isn't related to necessarily my encounter, but okay, so we can get bottle caps from using Thief on Trubbish, which does appear in this route, so that's just good to know. But let's see. Sunflora, I don't think, really has any solid moves to learn here. Yeah, I need a hard-hitting fast grass. What if I did... Okay, let's see. Looking at Whimsicott stats. We do get Giga Drain. Special attack is only 77, but we do have our damage calculator here, so... Whimsicott at level 28. Give it, let's say, Modest Nature, so we get the boost on special attack. Give it Giga Drain. Only a 75% chance to 2-hit KO. It's definitely gonna Toxic. Alright. think I've got it. I think I'm just gonna put together a hard counter to like all of Misty's team. So, starting with Route 5, few options. I think I'm gonna go with Solosis into Duosion. Reason why is we get a pretty solid. Oh, I could get Moralo though. No, Solosis into Duosion. And then from there, you get a really powerful Psychic type special attacker that's also decently bulky. Not a lot of Mons are surviving a good amount of hits from that thing. Alright. Head back over into Route 5. This Misty fight, man. Off. Save state right here. Here. All right, cool. So Solosis. There. Oh, you know what? We also get Magic Guard on this thing. So yeah, if she does try to use Toxic, it's not gonna do much on us. Alright. Nickname for Solosis. I'm running out of names. I don't know what Pokemon. Let's go with Cell. Alright. PC. Solosis. And then we don't really have a use case for Simipour, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save, but I'm not gonna save state. That way I have a save file available if I need to, as well as the actual game save state that I can load from if I need to as well. Alright. Cool. So, now let's go in here. And we get access to recover. Sweet. Okay, I think this thing is definitely going to be a game changer. Absolutely, we'll be learning Psy Shock. Could set up Light Screen and Reflect too. Hold on. Alright, I think I'm gonna forget Hidden Power Dark. I can do like Light Screen and Reflect because probably gonna Toxic on me, right? And I don't think she knows. I don't think we need Endeavor. I don't think Misty is going to be aware that I have Magic Guard, right? So she's going to likely go ahead and use Toxic off rip. I get up a Reflect so that Flip Turn does significantly less damage, right? After that, the only real counter that she has is going to be Sucker Punch on Toxicroak. No, I don't want to learn Endeavor. Why does one learn Endeavor so bad? Here we go. Let's see. Alright, so we have Duosion. Calm Nature, got Magic Guard, perfect. I will do a Nature change though, because we want to. Do we want to be a heavy hitter on the attacks, or do we want to be a tank that can't be KO'd? Kind of leaning towards tank that can't be KO'd, but we'll see. Let's do Nature change for Cell. Honestly, right? Duosion's special defense is already at 60. Maybe I'll do defense boosting then? I don't know. Now we'll do plus special attack. Let's do modest for now, see how it goes. Because we need a good opener. The opener is everything, right? Do that. Bag. They didn't give me a light clay, did they? Of course not. Yeah, no light clay. Okay, that's fine. Instead, we will do Twisted Spoon. It's 2 Twisted Spoons. One for Espeon as well. We'll go Sunstone on Hanami for now. But Sylveon, we can't. Not yet, at least. We don't have any EV encounters. So now we have Whimsicott there. What's Whimsicott's nature? Plus defense, minus speed. Interesting. Probably did that because of Prankster, right? So we don't really have to care about speed too much. Alright, let's open up the berry pouch then. And where is... Alright. Cool. And then I think from here, I will go in and challenge Misty, right? That's our team. Not the best team, but it's the team that we have for the job right now. Thunder Punch here. Alright. I'm gonna replace this save state with this one. Open up with Duosion. Let's see what we got here. Wait a minute, I forgot to do exactly what I wanted to do. Wait a minute, no. Actually, Hold on. Hold on. Perfect. Okay. Messed up barely. Forgot to do one thing. So we don't get light screen just yet, but we do get reflect, and I think that's still gonna come in handy. Maybe. Oh no, I already have light screen. Never mind. So yeah, we're good. We got light screen, side shock. I'm gonna get rid of side beam for side shock. Perfect. All right. This is going to be how we open up against Misty. Let's see how this goes. Let me turn my light on too. Hold up. It's dark in here. Alright, there we go. Let's see how this goes. Send a Politoed. Please go for the toxic. Let me get up this reflect off the rip. Am I... Wait a minute. Was I moving too fast and I didn't actually learn reflect? Hold on. That one's on me. Move, relearn. Reflect. Forget Psybeam. Forgot Psybeam, learned reflect. Pokemon. Summary. Cover, reflect, side shock. Okay. I don't know what happened before. I must have just been moving too fast. Save state here. Now we open up with reflect. Of course, he used Scald. That's fine though. Reflect does that much damage? Or sorry, Scald does that much damage? Okay. New plan. Give it an Absorb Bulb. Now, this Politoed is honestly the most annoying Mon on her team. All the other Mons are fine. It's just, like, she opens up with Politoed, and you can never tell what it's going to do. No matter what, it doesn't make sense for Politoed to do whatever it does, right? She sends out Politoed. You could send in the Zekrom, thinking, okay, she's going to switch out, because who's keeping in their Politoed against Zekrom? Next thing you know, she's keeping it in, you get Scald burned, right? Like, she's just not making any sense here. Alright, light screen. That's not, okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I was hoping that, that instead of taking damage, it would raise our... And of course now you Earthquake, because... Alright. So opening up with Duosion against Politoed didn't work. What about opening up with Azula against Politoed? I think she then flip turns into, Okay, wait, we can work with that, though. Because she's going to flip turn into Clodsire, right? That's the expectation, at least. Fight. Mud shot. Right, flip turn. And because we didn't show her anything else, she's going to go to Clodsire. Mud Shot here. Speed drop. She's probably anticipating a switch, if I had to guess. I don't think she's anticipating that I stay in here, so she probably goes for Toxic. We send in Cell. Perfect. Okay. See, now moments like this, I wish I had my Twisted Spoon, but it's good to know that that's available. Because now we can Psyshock. Interestingly enough, she stays in here. Clodsire goes down. Beautiful. I don't take any poison damage because of Magic Guard. Next is Starmie. Counter to that would be Azula. But you know what? Probably going to use Scald. I don't think she's going to use Aurora Beam, and Aurora Beam is the only super effective move. She might go Psyshock, which would be kind of... No, because I was in a Psychic type. She wouldn't keep a Psychic. Dude, the Rain is boosting all of these Water type moves to the point where I don't have any safe switch-ins. And I think that's the most annoying part to me. But... thank you, Hanami, for getting off a Stun Spore. Alright. It's actually pretty huge that Starmie is as slow as it is now. We're KO'd here. So speed would be 78 before paralysis. It's half that now because of paralysis. And with Toxicroak, or with Clodsire down, we can freely send out Bellybot. Let me think here. So half of 78 is what, 39? We're slower than it by 1 point. What if? Alright, damage calculator time. Misty Starmie. Lopunny. Level 28. Adamant Nature. With a Punching Glove, holding or using Thunder Punch. 6.3 chance to OHKO, unless we Fake Out first. If we Fake Out first, let me give it Fake Out. Right, we Fake Out, it's not going to OHKO, right? Possible path to KO. But it does at least 18.7%. Or 15 to 18 damage. So let's say, assuming it's a low roll, right? Starmie's now at 81% health with Thunder Punch. Still a 2-hit KO. Dude, what? I need a better physical attacker than Lopunny. That's what I need. Like, I can't keep doing... Alright, I'm going to send out Azula in hope to get Stab and hope that paralysis takes care of everything here. Scald. Alright, please survive. Please survive. Nice. Thank you. We might be sacking Azula, but we'll see. Ludicolo. I mean, I guess Discharge. Let me look up Ludicolo's moveset. Not a very heavy physical defender. Giga Drain, Scald, Aurora Beam, Thunder Punch. I say we go Fake Out maybe. How are we doing on our team so far? 2 down, 4 to go. Fake Out. I think she's gonna go Scald here. If I had to predict. Scald with a 100 attack stat is pretty deadly, though. I'm gonna send in Cell. Of course, got the burn because, like, the fight's too easy if she doesn't also get the burn. I'm gonna Leer. She's gonna Thunder Punch again, and because of Limber, we're gonna be immune to any paralysis risk from it. With Leer, defense drop means that we can fake out and do a little bit more damage there. Oh, I forgot I had a Citrus Berry, that's annoying. I think she goes Scald again. You know what? I'm gonna return here. Hope for no burn. Thank you. I'm probably sacking Dagon here. Let's see. Poison Jab. No, because we did get the with the attack drop, there is a chance that he doesn't go for Sucker Punch here. Swords Dance, okay. Back to +1 attack. Sucker Punch is almost guaranteed unless she gets really, really cocky here, but I don't think she will. I think she's going for the Sucker Punch off rip. No, okay, you know what? You know what? Maybe this is an outdated guide. Maybe Toxicroak no longer has Sucker Punch. I'll try to do some research into it. I doubt it, though. I feel like an entire move change would be kind of big news. Alright. Mantine. So she has what? Mantine and Politoed left? Yeah? Okay. Still have Dagon. Still have Rapid Escape. Alright, crazy idea here. Scalds. There's so much more than I would like. Okay. Promise is a method to the madness here. Promise is a method to the madness here. Okay. Power Grass, we can live that. Perfect. Alright, now watch, right? Watch. Wow, you're watching a master at work, right? Remember, we put in place the Future Sight and the Tail Whip. Now, Tail Whip lowers defense, and you might be wondering, why would you use a defense-lowering move when your Pokemon that's using it is a special attacker, right? Because Psyshock, despite being a special attack, right, its power is determined by the user's special attack stat, does damage to the opponent based on physical defense. And with the combination of the defense drop from Tail Whip, plus the stab from Psyshock, plus the Future Sight that we also put in place with Espeon, we should be able to take out Mantine, or if she switches into Politoed, this exact turn. Let's find out. Scald. I believe we lived that. Oh, barely. Okay. Good thing we have Magic Guard so Poison doesn't finish this off. Right? You lived? What'd I say? What did I say, baby? It's all worth it, man. It's all worth it. Hey, for those of y'all who have been here for the past, how long have I been live for now? Like 2 hours? Watching me put together a team, put together a strategy. That's our moment right there. It all culminated in that very moment right there. All right, one left. It's a 3v1. Okay, strategy time. She's not gonna go for Toxic. All right, I'm gonna sack Cell, and put up. I don't think it's worth it to put up screens. I really don't. I think even with the light screen, she's gonna KO because of the rain boost. Sack Cell. Hope that Hope that she had gone for Toxic, but that was never really a plan, anyways. But Politoed has the ability Drizzle, right? We can still win this fight. We can absolutely still win this fight. Tail Whip. I'm like really taking a big risk here, and I don't know if it's gonna pay off or not, but I guess we'll find out. So hold on. Let me get my damage calc here. Let's also give. Okay, Fake Out does at minimum 17.2, but it is Tail Whip, so it's -1 defense. Fake Out now does 26.8 minimum, right? Or 25 health, in other words. So all right, we got it. We got it. Alright, Elrod. Radical Red is a problem. Radical Red is high-key a problem, especially when it's a Nuzlocke, Nuzlocke hardcore mode. Pokemon, no. Definitely might have to check that out, though. Alright. We have to sack Dagon. Dagon! This is so painful. This is so painful, but sometimes you have to sacrifice for the sake of winning the battle. Let's go Leer. Okay, now, you're probably wondering, dude, it's your second to last Mon. It has no health. Why would you even send it out, let alone waste a turn on Leer? Let me show you exactly why. Let me show you exactly why. Politoed is now at -2 defense. Low punny, Rabbit Escape goes out, Fake Out, right? -2 defense means that this Fake Out hits a lot harder than a Fake Out normally would. Now, this is our moment. This is our moment. Do we do it? Do we do it? There it is, man. Oh my goodness. Misty is down, bro. Finally, we have one Pokemon left. Use Dagon's domain expansion. I should have. That's the problem, right? We had a special grade Cursed Spirit with a domain ready to go. And what did we do instead? We went with Potential Man's Curse Technique, the 10 Shadows, and got saved by Rabbit Escape at the end of the day. Oh. Alright, well, we did it. I'll rebuild the team. I will rebuild the team. I always say, you know, and this keeps happening, right? Every time I do like one of these really big battles, like a gym battle, gym leader, or like a Team Rocket, I always end up with most of my team getting wiped. But we always rebuild. If we weren't able to rebuild, we wouldn't have made it this far. I want to give a big shout out to everybody on this team, man. I think everybody played their role. I'm not gonna lie. MVPs, I gotta say the MVPs are gonna be like these guys right here, bro. Cell, Espeon, and Dagon. Although Hanami was clutch with the paralysis on Starmie. Even Azula, bro. Azula to bait out baiting out Clodsire and getting off the mud shot to ensure that we moved first when we swapped into Duosion. Chef's kiss. This whole team, bro. This whole team just carried their weight. It really does pay me to have to put most of these in the PC. But rules are rules, unfortunately. And the Nuzlocke must go on. Oh, that was probably my hardest battle to date. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fire type specialist and I historically am supposed to struggle with water types. Nah, man. That was tough. Yeah, I gotta rebuild. That's what I gotta do. Dang, and Dagon's been with us for a long... The only Pokemon that's been with us since Gym 1 is Lopunny. And that wasn't even our starter. Our starter was that Monferno that you see. Used to be a Chimchar. GG Dagon. Jogo. Hopefully Jogo will avenge. Hopefully. Until the next gym leader sends out Sukuna. Now what? Yeah, that's true. We lost Dagon and Hanami this fight. Alright, we gotta get Jogo. That's our first mission. Find a fire type and get Jogo. Let me see. Available Pokemon. So we used our Route 1 or our Route 5 capture on Solosis. Can't get anybody from Route 5. Route 6, however, we can get Sizzlipede. Or should I be a little bit more strategic? Because our next gym is it Erica or Surge? I think it goes Lieutenant Surge first and then Erica. So, electric type specialist. I can actually check right here. Never mind, it doesn't have the gym leader silhouettes. I believe it's Lieutenant Surge because it's Vermilion before Celadon City. I think. Don't quote me on that. But let's, since we have our level cap increased as well, to make Rabbit Escape a little bit stronger. I gotta pick up more rare candies too. Dizzy Punch. This is the one where... Oh, okay, so it's like a weaker Dynamic Punch. Yeah, I'll learn this. Will I? Let's forget Thunder Punch for the time being. No. Stop trying to teach Dizzy Punch? Thing is, right, Return has a base power of whatever the highest for Return is, so I don't want to give up Return. I'll leave it for now. We can always relearn it. Oops. Back. Stop trying to learn Dizzy Punch. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Who would be Megumi and Yuji? Good question. Near the channel. Oh no, yeah, I definitely don't have a Megumi or Yuji yet. To be fair, most of my mons don't have JJK nicknames. But Rabbit Escape kind of just jumped out to me. Here, I'll show you which ones do have JJK names. So we have Kashimo the Pikachu. Divine Dog right here. Oh, I never nicknamed Espeon, I just realized. And then Hanami and Dagon right there. So yeah, technically, according to the rules of the Nuzlocke, that gym battle technically does not count. I don't get to keep that win because I didn't nickname my Espeon. But let's act like Espeon's nickname was Espeon. See, it's its nickname because it's pronounced Espeon, right? There's more an emphasis on that S and on the EON. So it's like Espeon, right? Not just Espeon. Let's pretend like that's the case. But yeah, welcome to the channel. Actually not going to be live for the rest of this week because I'm out of town after starting tomorrow. But I do plan on going through a bunch of my lives and editing up clips and stuff like that. So I'll be somewhat active. Why does it have this as... Is this an optional boss? No. This is definitely a required boss. Yeah, here we go. Acquired boss. Okay, so Camper Jeff is needed for defeat in order for us to move on. He opened up with Ambipom and Mr. Mime Galarian. Ambipom I can handle. I'm genuinely not worried about Ambipom. Galarian, Mr. Mime, Psychic, and Ice type. Who can I get on Route 6 that can help counter Psychic and Ice type? Sizzlipede. Didn't I just say I wanted that fire type? Sizzlipede, yeah. Plus Diglett Cave is right by. Well, I already used Diglett Cave's encounter. I'll figure it out for Lieutenant Surge. That'll be another problem when we get there. All right. So I think Sizzlipede on Route 6, and then we do have our 2 Raid Den encounters as well. One is Litleo, so actually I could probably go in and pick up Litleo right now. I think since our level cap is now 36, I'm pretty sure we're able to evolve into Pyroar. Not many Mons evolve higher level than that. Which is also really good now that we can get some final evolutions too. A lot of Mons evolve around this level. Yeah, 28, so we actually could have gotten a Pyroar before. But if we get a Pyroar, Speed Stat 106, Special Attack 109, that's what I'm talking about. Get Flame Burst. Its attack is kind of lackluster, so I don't really want to teach it Fire Fang. Flamethrower at level 38. Shoot. Alright. I guess we are doing an attacker Pyroar. I wish that the different genders of Pyroar had different stats. That way I could just choose the gender and then a moveset based off of that. But I guess we'll go Flame Burst. Yeah. Cool. So Centiskorch or Pyroar. She does have also a Steel type in Galarian Berserker. Boltund. So it just has all the Fang moves. And then Granbull. Granbull we can get a Poison type for. Alternatively, Berserker I could handle with Lopunny, right? We'll see. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this Pyroar. My team got decimated versus Misty, man. But charge it to the game, I guess. Violet Leo appeared. I guess might as well open up, come out swinging, right? Oh, my deck fell. And my speed's gonna fall. Shoot. Dang, Teddy, you're so locked in. I guess I'll keep using Max Knuckle because we were with the attack there, and we don't want this fight to go on too long. defense dropped, so we're good now. Perfect. Where'd I get an Ultra Ball from? Alright, nickname for Litleo, lion-themed characters, I don't know. Not really any, huh? Let's keep up with the JJK theme, though. Let's make this one... This is Nabara now. Screw it. Yeah, we have our whole JJK theme team. And I do need a Yuji and Megumi. Alright, cool. Gotta get more rare candies. All right. Nabara real quick. Jogo. I don't know. Pyro doesn't really give Jogo. I need a more menacing Pokemon to be Jogo. I think Scorch is going to be Jogo. Like in Legend ZA, Jogo being Heatran. I need something a little bit more monstrous. Flame Burst. Let's forget Fire Fang because it's kind of useless on Pyroar. Poison type Mahito, we can do that. Echoed Voice, this might be our best alternative to Hyper Voice for the time being. Alright, there we go. Nabara is now max level. Nabara stats. Plus, oh, perfect. Modest Nature. Just the one that I was going to go for. Alright. Low-key, if we're lucky enough, we could take out this Camper Jeff guy. I mean, we're strong against, like, most of his team. 3 out of 5. Granbull's the only real weakness. Poison, or sorry, not poison, what am I talking about? Fairy and fighting, so it's weak to poison, weak to steel, weak to psychic. Oh, weak to psychic, I just had a psychic. I had 2 psychic types. Darn it. Okay. Can I get another psychic type somewhere? Maybe. No. Don't need to. Actually, before I use my Raid Den encounter, alright, I think I'm gonna go... No shiny hunting. Now, what would I be doing shiny hunting in this game? You know how long it's gonna take me? In theory, shiny hunting is a viable strategy in a Nuzlocke because the shiny clause allows you to capture additional Pokemon to add to your team. So it is, in theory, a pretty... I don't want to say good strategy because it's incredibly time consuming, but if you do run out of encounters and you do desperately need to rebuild a team, shiny hunting can be one way to do so. But I'm not a shiny hunter anyways. Oh, Flamigo might give us trouble actually. Fighting and flying type. Max Lightning. Alright, there we go. Electric Terrain is up. Next Max Lightning is doing a lot more. I need him to switch out of Grove. I mean, Aerial Ace. Alright, I'll take it. Oh, I don't like Focus Energy. Not a big fan of that. Oh, and I didn't save state after getting Litleo, so I'd have to go back and get Litleo again, too. Let's go Max Lightning again. It'll be boosted by the terrain. And then I'll finish with Max Strike. Oh, no, it's going to get the barrier, right? Yeah. Alright, damage to the barrier. If it's just going to keep using Focus Energy, that's fine. Speed Trap isn't going to do anything. We're just on equal ground at this point. Grovyle took a hit, though. Did I get Sunny Day? No, Sunny Day is banned in hardcore mode, I found out. Oh, I lost Dynamax. That's fine. Could do Nue. I was thinking, what's his name? Ooey Ooey. Maymay's little brother. Because of the birds. But Nue is also a good pick, too. What I could do is just name them all after 10 Shadow Shikigami also. So I could rename Pyroar to... Technically it's a lion, but Tiger Funeral. We'll do Lion Funeral, right? Even though we have no idea what Tiger Funeral does, except for make up Agito. So I could do all 10 Shadow Shikigami. But you are right, yeah, Nue is the name of, Nue is Flying Electric. So we could save Nue for Zapdos then. Let's save Nue for Zapdos and go Ooey Ooey for now. What am I? Alright. Come on, Malk. Act like you know how to spell. There we go. U-I-U-I. Alright. Go. Oh, that's probably where I got the Ultra Balls from the raid den. Ability Pill. What is Flamigo's ability? Scrappy. Can hit ghost types and prevents Intimidate. Perfect. Another perfect nature. What is going on today with my RNG? I guess that's my reward for beating Misty. RNG is finally in my favor because that was the nature I was going to put on this thing anyways. Alright, now to level it up, and then I'll fix its moveset too. Once I finish leveling it. I should fly back to Viridian and get more rare candies. What move is this? Roost. I guess Faint. I don't know what they have a use for. Groundier Sawsbuck. Could do that. Could play Pokemon Infinite Fusions. Get a Sawsbuck, right? Get Zapdos. And then get... Who's a Tiger Pokemon that I could use? And I can make Agito with the Fusion. Yeah, I'll learn Lunge, right? Just for type coverage. Payback's not really going to be of use in this fight, so I'm going to forego it for now. I don't like the recoil on Jump Kick. It seems too risky for a Nuzlocke. Move Relearn. I wanted to learn Wing Attack because we're up against the Grand Bull, who is going to be, It's gonna be part fighting in this game. Double kick, low kick, jump kick. Jump kick's not bad. I might even do jump kick. Screw it. Let's do jump kick. And I can always just give it a wide lens too, so jump kick doesn't miss. How about that? Yeah, I was thinking Arcanine. Because at least in appearance it's the closest to Tiger, but it has Canine in the name. So I mean, it's clearly meant to be a dog. But yeah, is there really no Tiger Pokemon? No shot. Wait a minute. So you're telling me over 20 years, 10 generations so far, there's no way there's no Tiger. I have Raikou. There we go. We'll use Raikou. But Raikou is the only thing that really comes up. In fact, there's a Reddit thread from just 2 weeks ago talking about how there have never been any real Tiger Pokemon. Chin-Pao is like a Sabertooth, I get. But yeah, wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. I wonder if there's a specific reason for that. Right? Like, I know that when it comes to Pokemon designs, they have specific like guidelines at Game Freak that they use. So I wonder if there's a reason why we don't have a Tiger Pokemon, or if it just so happens that we don't have one. That's crazy. No Tiger Pokemon. $30 actually, right? Didn't Pokemon just turn 30? So 30 years, 10 generations, over 1,000 Pokemon, and not a single Tiger. Alright, I'm gonna save state here. And see how it goes. Opening up with Rabbit Escape and Nobara. Let me also real quick go to my bag and give some items. Organized by name. Sharp Beak so we can get some extra damage on Gramble. And oh, I finally have a Silk Scarf. I might go I'm gonna try the Silk Scarf on Rabbit Escape. And then, do I have a Charcoal? I don't think so. But if I do, that would be great. I do! Nice! Okay, wait a minute. Give Nobara that. Right now, I'm gonna save state one more time. There we go. Alright. Oh, Incineroar. Yeah, well... Only reason why, right? Only reason why maybe not. Incineroar does look very much like a tiger. Only reason why maybe not is because first stage Litleo has that Leo part in there, which I associate with like the Zodiac Leo, so for lions. But in terms of appearances and just about like everything else, you ask me, Incineroar is the Pokemon version of Tony the Tiger, right? Alright, I'm gonna fake out here. Flame Burst. That's fine. I messed up. Fake out the wrong Pokemon. Okay, there we go. I don't know why. It's been a long day. And long gym battle against Misty. I was blanking on the fact that Mr. Mon could absolutely obliterate Lopunny with a Psychic type move. Alright. So, what I really meant was fake out on Mr. Mime. And then we're going to Flame Burst here, even though it's not going to connect. Now, what I'm counting on, right? Because Mr. Mime's speed is not that high. Speed is 73. So off rip. Hold up. Mach Punch. And then 92. Okay, yeah, that connects. And oh, it has a Violite though. That's annoying. Okay, change of plans. Even Arm Thrust on... I don't know. What am I going to use? Even Arm Thrust on Ambipom is kind of worrisome. know what? Let's... I think I can survive Arm Thrust. Right. Okay. Chapel Berry means that did just no damage at all. Okay, I forgot Arm Thrust was 3 to 5 times. Okay. Cool. Noted. Yeah. Noted. So we're gonna get Scorch. I can do that. Alright, Route 6 during the day. Still have our encounters. Cool. Alright, it is daytime. And let's save state so we can reset. We're looking for Sizzlipede. Not Furfro. Evolves at 28. Cool. And this thing gets a Mega Evolution. Alright. I'm going to go for Scorch. Added to the team. Yeah, it was about to be over. It was about to be... I mean, Rapid Escape was going down. And while I could have, in theory, tried to get through, I don't like the idea of only having 2 Mons going into the next battle. Because I don't know what my encounters are going to look like in Vermilion. I'm sure I'll get at least 1. Alright, RNG. We were doing good before. Come on, RNG. It's getting late, too. Okay. Well, Dedene's not a bad pull. I could definitely find some use out of Dedenne. You can scratch, you know, the Shiesty Sorcerer? Shiesty Sorcerer. Shiesty Sorcerer. Man. You mean, isn't that the dude that got, he got snuck by the grandma, right? That guy? Is that who I'm thinking of? Cause I'm blanking. Shiesty Sorcerer, wait. Is he the dude that had the mask on? That got beat up by the grandma before, by the grandma and her grandson? Before Toji took over the grandson's body? Is that who I'm thinking of? Shiesty Sorcerer. Why am I completely blanking on a Shiesty Sorcerer? Hold on, let me look at this. Let me look him up. You say his name is Ino? Oh! Yeah! Yeah, I remember, dude. I remember him. Okay. Yeah. I definitely remember, dude. Bet, yeah. Being by Toji, that's the GOAT, though. Being by Toji, that's like you lost a 1v1 against LeBron. Like, alright. If y'all couldn't tell, Toji is my favorite JJK character. So, I mean, losing to Toji, you lost to the GOAT. You lost to the GOAT. You lost, right? You lose to Toji, you lost to the only man who could ever say he beat Satoru Gojo fair and square, bro. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. And I usually don't even participate in the agendas, right? Spoiler alert. But you ask me, I think Sukuna deserved to win that fight, right? But it was admittedly not a fair fight. It's not supposed to be a fair fight. It's Jujutsu Sorcery. But, hey, Toji is the only man to ever beat Gojo fair and square. Sizzlipede's nickname... Oh, what is... I don't think we ever got a name for it. Because the first thing that I'm thinking of when I think of a centipede is that cursed spirit that Kenjaku used when he was fighting Yuji in Shibuya, right? When Yuji was pressing him and everything like that after he absorbed Mahito. And then he just started sort of showing off. So he showed the one, like that giant catfish that made you think you were falling. It was like an illusion. And then the next one, he like shot a bunch of centipedes out of his arm. Or not really out of his arm, probably came out of his hand. We didn't get a name for that though. We're doing Jogo? Alright, let's do Jogo. Let's do Jogo. J-O-G-O. Alright, Jogo. Minus speed. But let me see what Centiskorch's stats are looking like. We might not even really need that speed stat for real. Oh, yeah. Speed is its worst stat after defense. Kind of concerned at how low its defense is, but we'll worry about that another time. In the meantime, let's go to our bag. And Toji played the bush camping game. I don't want to hear it. The 6 eyes? The 6 eyes? And you're telling me Gojo got snuck up on because he was tired? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. With the 6 eyes, I don't want to hear nothing about Toji snuck up on him. That's the 6 eyes. You're supposed to see everything. You're supposed to see everything with the 6 eyes. You let Toji sneak up on you? Matter of fact, I'm not even hearing that excuse, right? Because if you remember, one of the biggest reasons why it was even so personal for Toji to go after Gojo was because the 6 eyes allowed Gojo to see Toji even when he didn't want to, right? Toji would just went to go check out Gojo. He heard about, you know, the kid born with the limitless and 6 eyes. So Toji said, let me just go see what he's about. We could have saved Jogo for camera up. No rule about reusing nicknames, so we can. We can always reuse if we need to. Yeah, man, I'm not hearing no Gojo got snuck. Plus, according to Gojo himself, he was fine after Toji hit him, right? Toji stabbed him in the chest. Geto was freaking out because, you know, when your boyfriend gets stabbed in the chest, it's worrying. So Geto's freaking out. Gojo said, I'm chilling, I'm good. So that boy Toji belt. I'm not a Gojo hater though, so shout out that boy Gojo. And obviously, once Gojo had awakened, it was, oh, Pounce doesn't miss in this game. That's cool. Yeah, obviously, once Gojo awakened, that fight did a total 180. And we don't have to talk about that. I think we all know that our boy Toji got turned to the Apple logo real bad. But shout out that boy Toji Fushiguro. Slam. I don't need slam. Alright, now charcoal. I think this is gonna have to be my last attempt at this fight too, which kind of sucks because, like I said, this is gonna be my last stream for the week. But it's literally almost 8 p.m. for me. Like I gotta get moving. All right, I think opening up with these two should be good. Infinite repel. And if not, then I'll figure it out from there. But I think, honestly, saving my fake out, right? So save state here. I also just realized I'm definitely going to have to fight that camper before him, but she's not a mini-boss. I think she's just a regular NPC trainer, which means when I fight her, her Pokemon are all going to be like level 17. So we're going to out-level them anyways. Okay, well, we don't know who she's going to use fake out on. I think I'll just target Mr. Rhyme anyways. That way we can go all in on Ambipom with whoever we switch into after this. Alright, fake out on Nobara, that's fine. Psyshock also on Nobara. I don't like this Nobara targeting. Ice Body. How does a fire type get frostbite? Dude, what you mean frostbite? You're made of fire. I'm looking at it. What you mean frostbite? Man, I'm not hearing it. Frostbite. Yeah, okay. That is good to know though that that Jogo can one-shot Mr. Rhyme. Because now, right, when I go back in here and look at the team, as long just don't Psychic Fangs. Okay, that's fine. Dude. Okay. I was looking at it. I was like, Amber Palm doesn't have Skill Link, right? It does have Technician, which is kind of a problem, though. All right, well, we lost we lost Jogo same day that we got him. I'm going to see if I can win this fight as is, but I'm really not going to like stress about it. Fake out. Tail slap. Okay. I'm more mad that they survived that, but it is what it is, I guess. I guess I'll lunge here, even though I know we're gonna end up sacking. Oh, okay. Let we live. Click out Rabbit Escape. Yeah. This definitely isn't my run. I'm gonna wipe here, but it's okay. It's okay. I have a good idea now of how this team works. So we'll see. We'll see. Ambipom Sukuna. Not a bad idea. I mean, there aren't really any like slicing based Pokemon that would be better fit, right? Actually, no. Yes? No? I think I can survive actually a Thunder Fang with the attack drop. So I'm gonna go ahead and lunge here. Flame Burst here. Why? Why? You fake out Merchant! I can't even get mad at that because I'm a fake out Merchant too. And this fight is lost. GG's. Alright, I gotta do some team rebuilding, but it is unfortunately 8 p.m. and I have to finish getting on with my evening. But I did want to make this a little bit of a longer stream, a little bit of a later stream, because as I said, it will be the last stream of the week. I'm out of town until Saturday. So yeah, we'll be back on Sunday though. Let me think. In the meantime, I'm gonna go through a bunch of the old footage, edit some clips, put them together and post those. I'm gonna get that Misty fight edited too. You might have noticed that I edited out the Brock fight already, so that's like a standalone video on the channel as well. And then I'm probably gonna also edit, clip and edit the Misty fight, and I'll have that on there as well. I'm gonna put together all the boss fights, to be honest. So we got the Misty fight, the Brock fight, Archer. I'll even throw in like Faulkner too and stuff. So I'll get those as well as just some other clips. So hopefully I'll be having more content just posted in the meantime while I'm gone. But yeah, last stream for a little bit. I will see y'all on Sunday. But you already know, man. I want to thank y'all for showing up, showing out, and showing love. Hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your Monday night. Fantastic rest of your week. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace out.